So it looks like it's finally time to upgrade from a Samsung Gear VR headset that I've currently got running off a S10 Plus smartphone to an Oculus Quest 2. We got two variety, £300 64GB and £400 256GB. Which one should you go for? Let's find out. I've had this Samsung Gear for at least, well, probably 2.5 years now, and I do use it from time to time, mainly for watching movies in VR movies and some games, but limited. The main reasons why you should upgrade, I'm going to go through the main reasons of why in this video, because the time has come. Quest, the original one, there wasn't that much reason to go from this to the Quest, but Quest 2 is a significant leap, so it means it's time to bite the bullet and pay. But for which, £300 or 400? Let's find out in this video. Which one shall we go for? The £300 one or the £400 one? Of course, people in Britain get ripped off, for exchange rate, $300 and $400 in the US, but they don't allow for the 30%, so the 30% markup in the UK virtually. Anyway, which one should we go for? First of all, why should you upgrade? Well, the original Samsung Gear, which still sells, in fact it sells for more than I paid for it, £85. I paid 65, I think about £60 for the headset and about £15 for the controller. So less than what it currently sells. So why should you upgrade? Well, the resolution per eye was 1280 by 1440. 1280 by 1440, while for the Quest it was 1440 by 600, which is only a 10% improvement. Yeah, you get the controllers with it, but it wasn't that much of an improvement over the Samsung Gear in terms of resolution per eye. Plus it was expensive. It was still £327, and that's used. New, it was £400. It's not, it was £500 for the 128GB Oculus Quest original. Just not worth it. Hey, look, if you do the charging dock, it says -30. Anyway, there was no reason to upgrade. There's no reason to upgrade from a Samsung Gear to a Quest if you got a good smartphone. Obviously, the Samsung Gear ran off the smartphone, so you have to have a S7 upwards. I currently use it with the S10 Plus. It's absolutely fine. 1280 by 1440 per eye, whereas the Oculus one was just 1440 by 1600, with just about something like 11 to 13% increase, depending on the horizontal or vertical, which one you measure. That's not worth paying £400 for. But the Quest 2, this one, that's £300 starting. No discounting though. £300 starting without any discounting, as a resolution per eye of 1832 by 1920. That's a huge jump. That's about, on the x-axis it's a 43% increase, and on the y-axis 33%. So it will make a massive difference to what you see, to what you can picture. A massive difference per eye. Nearly, it's better than HD, isn't it, overall? More pixels. So that's why you should upgrade now. Yeah, it's going to cost £300, but remember, with the Gear you were using your smartphone, which probably cost £400 or £500 at least, £400 at least. So that's one reason to upgrade. That's the main reason, that there's a huge leap in resolution per eye. Plus it's got a new processor, XR2, and it runs at 90 Hz over the previous Oculus, which was 72 Hz. It's got more memory, 6 GB of RAM versus 4 GB. Now, what's the negative? Again, there is no micro SD card. They rip you off. They rip you off truly in terms of storage. Look, 64 GB standard, 256 GB, and it jumps by £100. Now, how much does a 256 GB micro SD card cost? Yeah, how much does it cost? Shall we find out? Let's search for 256 micro SD card. There we go. Evo is £40. Let's see, get a better one. SanDisk Ultra, that should be better. Is that better? A1, that's similar. Oh no, that is better. 100 megabytes per second, say £40, that would be okay. So, how do they justify the jump in price? From 64, that's only 192 GB, and it's £100. That's one of the main negatives of Samsung, of the Oculus 2 Quest. They rip you off with the memory upgrade. So which one do you get? 64 GB and be limited to storage, or 256 GB when you got plenty? Well, with 64 you have to take off at least 10 or 12 GB for the operating system that's going to store. So you got usable storage of probably around 52 GB. Games, from what I've seen, they range from about 1 to 3 GB, so you could get plenty of games on it. Although media is a different story, you know, movies, VR, high resolution, they could be up to 20 GB each. You know, 10 to 20 GB. You know, if you're going to get a high resolution display, then you're going to want to get high resolution movies, you know, 5K, 6K, not HD. And they're going to be 20 GB. So that's the problem. They rip you off in the price. So which one? So I'm trying to, do I get ripped off and pay £400, or do I save some money and go for 300? That way I can basically, you're gonna store at say 15 GB. You get 3 movies and about 5 games. Not even that, 4 or 5 games. 4 games, 5 games, but you can delete the movies and just keep the games. But as your games fill up, if you've got 10, that's going to be 30. So that's the problem. With this one, you got no issue. You can store, you know, 10 movies. You got space for 10 movies and 10 games. With this one, you got space for maybe 3 movies and 10 games. Depends. You know, I've seen movies as large as 30 GB. You won't just put 1 on it. Not if you put some games on it. With this one, you could put, you know, 6 or 7. Yeah, why do they rip you off? So which one would I go for? Well, I hate getting ripped off. I would go with a 64 GB and just live with, you know, limiting what I watch, what movies I put on, and mainly use it for gaming. Of course, you can continue to use the Samsung Gear VR for movies, especially the lower resolution. You know, you can still use it. So what's the other positives of this? Well, the main positive is that you don't need to wipe your phone down. That, you know, little messy little bits all over your phone takes ages, and then you miss a bit, then you go back and you miss a bit more, and you move bits around, moving all over the screen. That's a pain in the butt. That's the biggest problem with this. You got dirt on your phone. tips. It just moves around. You trying to clean it, and you get frustrated. At least there won't be that issue anymore because the screen's enclosed. That's good. Although the negative, I don't think it's got Bluetooth audio. From what I've researched, you have to plug in audio into it, a single audio jack there. It's got a single audio jack, and it's not clear transferring to the PC. I presume it's just as simple as plugging in a USB-C cable into your PC and it recognizes it. Or you could do it over Wi-Fi. That should be possible. Although it does come with headphone speakers built in, and of course it comes with two controllers, which are roughly the same as the previous generation, from what I can see. But it is a more enclosed system. Of course, the biggest negative of all against the Samsung Gear is that no micro SD card, so you have to get ripped off with storage or go for less storage. Which one? Well, I'm definitely going to get one. Definitely. But I don't want to pay £100 for 192 gigabyte when it's less than £40 it should be. The 256 gigabyte model should be £350. They're just being greedy now. Samsung is just, Oculus is just being greedy. That's why I think most of they'll sell is a 64 gigabyte. Although the ratings, it's getting some bad reviews. It's not been out long. Let's have a look. Why do people not like it? What's the reason? Okay, what's this? You have toothbrushes. Oculus Quest prior to the Oculus going to play. Saying Oculus, you get a better refresh rate on the others. Well, it's early days. Unable to use Facebook shenanigans. Okay, you need a Facebook account. Well, you need it with the Gear as well. Oculus account. Yeah, it's all about Oculus accounts. Factory reset. I won't bother a third time. Awful to adjust. They look like minor things. What's this? Something about the right eye. Huge dead pixel across my right eye. Oh, yeah, they're minor. What's the upgrade plus some downgrades, but still unbeatable value. First of all, I'll get the bad point. Unfortunately, they're quite the strap, flimsy strap. Well, if you use the Samsung Gear, then I don't think that's going to be much of an issue. The strap. Screen refresh rate is also 90 Hz now, although I do still. Well, yeah, it's early days. They'll probably do software updates, so they're just minor. The strap, from what I can see, is an improvement over the Gear. This guy upgraded from Samsung Gear. It's quite a primitive product from I used it. I tried Oculus Go, which was not satisfying. So okay, so he's basically in the same boat as me. Upgrading from a Samsung Gear, which was okay, given for the price. Can't go wrong with £65. So what's his pros? My use is mainly VR movies, sometimes VR games. The ratio is around 7:3 movie game. Some pros and cons. Much higher resolution. Yep, that's obviously much higher. 30 to 40%, 33% minimum and 43% maximum. Much clearer and sharp image, yeah, because you don't have to clean the phone. Standalone, yeah, no mobile phone. Controller free option. Hand tracking, great for movie control. Very attractive price. 3/4 of the price. Yeah, the Quest one was £400 for the base model. Cons: cannot collect a Bluetooth earphone. That's a negative. Nose gap too big. Light leaking. Well, you're gonna have to do it in a dark room then. So it's a small issue. Prone to getting dirty. Well, it's minor. Too short for playing while charging. It's got a USB-C cable included, so that's good. I didn't know it had a cable included. Set boundary map. So you probably got a small nose then, isn't it? If you got a big nose, you got better. Let's have a look. What's this image? I can't even show me the image. What, you uploaded tiny images? What's his comments? Yes, you're correct. Need a mobile for Oculus. I mean, 3 no mobile phone required. You need a phone to link the app. You need a phone to link the app. Yes, you're correct. So you need a mobile phone for the Oculus app. Yeah, because your Facebook account is linked to that. So overall, the negatives are not that significant. They're pretty minor. Oh, this is the only one. The only major con is no Bluetooth with Samsung Gear. Obviously, you got your Bluetooth headphones. So you're going to have to get some wired headphones, 3.5 jacks. Plug them into that. Some cheap ones. Unless you want everyone to hear you playing the game through the speakers. Speakers are supposed to be better than for Quest 1. Alright, so that's the reviews. Basically, so cool, looks slick. Games are expensive. Seeing as none of them are very long, uncomfortable to use. Poor man's strap, even more uncomfortable with glasses even. I think a better strap. Yeah, it's still cheaper than first gen. £299. I think it's a pretty good deal. I'm getting the 351. Yeah, need to rebuy some apps. A bit high for what that app does. Okay, so you're going to find some issues in the pricing. Okay, it costs the same as the entry-level Quest 1. Easy setup, but it's a rip-off. So most people are happy with it. It's early days though, it's only just come out. Early days. Early reviews. So I'm gonna go for the 64GB. I don't want to get ripped off. £299. It is a yes, you can with this charge, yeah. Data support. Yes, and do not use a fake account. Ooh, that's good advice. Is a Facebook account required? Yes, and do not use a fake account. Yes, but just make a fake one. They hook you into Facebook. Obviously don't post crap to your timeline. Well, Gear didn't. Gear, you could just turn off Wi-Fi and just log in. You don't even have to log in, just set it up to access with your Facebook account, just turn off Wi-Fi and there you go, off you go. No big deal. Presume it's going to be similar with this. Just turn off Wi-Fi, switch the router off. Okay, so the games are expensive. It doesn't come with any games by the looks of it. Does it come with any games? This is what you get with it. Charger. Short cable, 1 meter by the looks of it. Maybe less. No, it's probably 1 meter. You get batteries as well. Rechargeables, I hope. I don't know what that is. What is that? Okay, so I'm gonna get one. £299. Add to basket. No, I don't wanna pay extra. Proceed to check out. Okay, so let's buy it and then we'll see what it's like when it's delivered. It's definitely worth upgrading from a Samsung Gear.